You came here for the truth? You want to know the truth about day trading. Why is it that everybody on YouTube is making millions and millions of dollars driving sports cars and living in mansions and flying around the world day trading? I'm going to give you guys the inside scoop, the real truth about day trading in this video, and something I think you should really watch. You know what to do. Stay tuned. If you're a new day trader, if you're just now getting into day trading, you've been watching all the YouTube videos, you've been seeing all the advertisements for how to get rich quick, well, go ahead and forget about all that. It's not going to be that easy. I don't care what course you buy. I don't care what chat room you join. I don't care what secret your guru tells you. It's not that simple. First off, the first year of day trading, just go ahead and pretty much plan on losing money or breaking even. Best case scenario, maybe you make a little bit of money, but pretty much just plan on losing money for the first year when you first start day trading. And now that you've realized that, you might as well go ahead and quit, right? Because that's what quitters do. Quitters quit. But winners win, or something like that. Some type of inspirational quote. I'm trying to inspire you guys, but also make you realize that how hard day trading is going to be. And again, I don't know what to do with my hands. But really, let's talk about the system that is day trading. The stock market puts out this whole image that the richest people in the world have all of these toys, all of these mansions, and all of these things. And how do they get rich in the first place? Because of possibly investing, maybe day trading. Maybe they bought some course on YouTube and they became the next big billionaire trader. But really, it's interesting to see how people market day trading. So they're marketing day trading normally to people who are in need of money. One of Jason Bond's favorite lines is that he had tons and tons of debt. He started day trading and then he ended up making a lot of money. Now, I'm not going to say that he couldn't do that you can't take all of your problems and make your problems go away by making a lot of money, but you have to understand that the reason that these companies, that these brokers, that these places, that the market in general basically advertises to you, they're trying to catch you in a distressed state, I think is a good way to say it. They're trying to hit your emotional strings because they want you to think that you can make a lot of money day trading, a lot of money investing. And I know people are going to be like, well, you know, if you just go long term, if you just invest in the market long term, you can make money. Well, it's just not that simple, is it? Because what about people who bought GoPro for the long term? What about people who buy companies for the long term and then the companies end up going to shit? Now, you can sit here and you can tell me that, you know, day trading is gambling, that investing is the way to do it. If you're going to invest in a company for long term. Well, how many people out there have actually invested in a company long term and ended up making tons and tons of money? Normally what happens is they end up investing because of hype, they end up losing money, they end up getting out, the stock maybe goes higher later on in the year, or whatever it is. Most people who end up getting into the market either just have kind of, you know, a slow, consistent gain, or they end up just going flat, or they just lose money. Because a lot of people, when they first start trading or they first start investing, they end up buying stocks on hype. Like the marijuana stocks. Everybody's always asking me, like, Patrick, what marijuana stock should I buy? I want to start investing. I want to buy marijuana stocks as they're going to the moon. It's a pretty simple idea. Everybody who's getting into the market, if you're a trader, if you're a long-term investor, really simple idea that most people getting into the market want to make a lot of money really quickly because, again, they're distressed, they don't have a lot of money, or they're trying to pay off credit card debt by trading or making money, which, again, it's going to be almost impossible. First off, because you're in an emotional state already. You're already going into trading for the first time. You're learning to day trade, right? You're learning to day trade. You don't know how to day trade, but in your mind, you think that you can be the next Wolf of Wall Street. You think that you can pay off your credit card debt. You think that you can make a lot of money right away, which who am I to say that you can't? In hearing stories from a lot of people over the years, what normally happens is people end up losing everything they have or everything that they're willing to lose, and then they end up quitting trading. And again, I want to make it clear, I am not a day trading expert by any means. If you watched the video today, me blowing up in a small account, you would have seen. But to put that into perspective, I started that account with $1,000. I grew it to $2,800. I lost $1,800 a day. So it's not really like I blew up the account, you know. It's kind of like I grew the account and I lost the amount, but I'm still kind of at where I started at 2 weeks ago. So it's not that bad, right? At least is what I tell myself. But at the end of the day, a red day is still a red day. And one thing emotionally that you have to understand is that day trading is a lonesome game, right? When you make money, there's not really anybody to cheer you on. Maybe your friends, maybe your family will, you know, they'll give you a clap, they'll give you a round of applause. But when you lose money, who are you gonna tell? Are you gonna tell your wife? Are you gonna tell your girlfriend? Are you gonna tell your parents that you lost money day trading? Now, most people end up not telling anybody. They end up hiding their losses. Or you're like me and you lose money and you put it on the internet and people hate on you for losing money because they think that you're a bad trader because they didn't watch all the last videos for the last couple of weeks where you ended up making money. They just saw the one red day and they now say that you're a terrible trader. But this goes back to that idea that day trading is lonesome. You know, when you have a red day, the only person to really talk to about it is yourself. The only person to really think about it or, you know, to dwell on it is yourself because you end up losing money and now you're emotionally distressed because possibly you blew up your account, possibly you lost everything, you can't trade anymore, you got to make more money, you put money in your account. But the whole process of losing money is very lonesome, it's very dark. You know, there's a reason that people commit suicide because of money, you know, investments and stuff like that. There's definitely a little dark area to the financial success world. And a lot of the gurus on YouTube won't talk about that. The first thing we do when we end up losing money is we start to rationalize why it happened or what we could have done differently. And we sit here and we think about it and we really dwell on it. And over time, I've kind of learned to accept my losers and to walk away. You know, there's gonna be red days. It's called day trading for a reason. You're gonna have bad days. There's gonna be negativity. There's gonna be just overall, there's gonna be red days. So you have to understand that day trading comes with red days, that there's gonna be emotion. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's gonna go through it. You're gonna have to battle your emotions every step of the way. You know, it's easy to hold a loser. It's hard to hold a winner. And you might ask yourself, you know, what? It's easy to take profit, right? It's easy. Well, what happens is, let's say you buy a stock at $4, it goes to $4.50, and all of a sudden you're up $500. Then all of a sudden, bam, it drops back down to $4. And, you know, you're still in the green. You're still in the green, but you were just up 500. And you don't want to sell for, you know, $20 or $30 in profit. You don't want to sell for a small winner. You want to wait for that stock to get back to $4.50. And then what happens? Now the stock's at $3.80. So again, it goes back to this like idea that when we're in a trade and we're green, all we're thinking about is, oh, profit, profit, profit. I can't wait to make more profit. Hard to take profit sometimes, and it's also hard to hold your winners because, again, you get in at $4, it goes to $4.10, and then bam, you make $100, you're happy, and then it goes to $4.50. You're quick to take profit, but the moment the stock drops below $4, you're down $200. You're down $200, and all you're thinking about is, I could just get back to green. If I could just hold this, if I could just hold it till it goes back to $4, I'll get out then, right? I will get out if it goes back to $4. And that's all you're telling yourself. You're now, again, emotionally rationalizing the loss. You're emotionally rationalizing the winner. And this emotion takes over. And that's going to be the biggest battle with day trading. Again, emotions, emotions, emotions. I can't say it enough. Emotions, emotions. But you also have to understand that nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. We're trading off of probabilities. We're trading off of the idea that, you know, support, resistance, stuff is going to bounce, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, there's definitely, you know, a little bit of luck that comes down to it. You know, sometimes you get lucky. And then that luck will also start to tilt you. If you get lucky enough to the point where you're like, I can do this over and over, and you keep doing those trades, then like today, perfect example, you know, all that luck ran out and I got smashed. And that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you're going to be lucky, sometimes you're going to be unlucky. And then if you're consistent, you kind of just skirt along that unlucky and lucky line, but you're still kind of pushing that lucky side, you're pushing that unlucky side. And that's really just day trading in general. Also, one of the big misconceptions a lot of people think out there is that the stock market was created to create wealth, right? That the stock market was created for people to make money, to, invest, to have a retirement. But if you look at the history of the stock market, you look at the history of how many people have ended up losing money, how many people have lost their retirements, how many people have lost their 401ks, how many people have lost everything because of the market along the way. Over the last 30 years, I would say there's probably more horror stories, there's more stories of people losing everything than there are stories of people becoming millionaires from the market. Now, obviously, there's always going to be different examples where somebody invested in a certain company, it went to $1 million and they got really rich. But nobody hears about the stories of people losing money because, again, it goes back to that idea that day trading, that investing really is like this lonesome thing where you don't brag about your losers. People don't go on the news and talk about how they lost $20,000 in the market. People go on the news and talk about how they won $20,000. People don't go and tell all their friends about how their stock portfolio is now down 50% on the year. We just don't talk about our losers. By looking at the media, by looking at advertising, by looking at the overall big picture, it's like stock market, money, wealth, investing. I can get rich in the market, right? It's built that way. It's built to deceive people to thinking that you can get really rich really quickly just by investing. But it's just not that simple. I think Warren Buffett says it best that the market was created to take money from impatient people and give it to patient people. But again, you can sit here and you can say that, swing trading is way safer, that day trading is gambling and swing trading long-term is better place. But I still would have to say that there's definitely risk with both types of trading. With the market in general, there's always going to be those days where you're like, I'm buying Facebook because it's a green day in the market, and all of a sudden, the market crashes and everybody just gets killed. Again, it goes back to that emotional rationalization. When we end up losing money, we tell ourselves, what we could have done differently. We think that, if I would have just bought the dip instead of bought the top, I would have made $1,000 instead of losing $1,000. And it's easy to do that. It's really, really easy. Also, one thing that you have to understand is that there's people out there right now watching this video. There's people out there that basically don't want you to make money. That's a strong word. It's not that they don't want you to make money, but they are betting on the idea that you end up losing money. There's also a reason that companies like TD Ameritrade, that E-Trade, all these big brokers, there's a reason that hedge funds and different companies buy order flow. If 95% of day traders lose money, well, shit. All I need to do is just bet against every single day trader at TD Ameritrade and I'm gonna make money. If I knew every single trade that every single day trader took at TD Ameritrade every single day and I took the exact opposite of that trade every single day, I don't want to guarantee that I would make money, but I'd be pretty close to making money because if 95% of day traders lose money and I take the opposite side of 95% of those trades, I'm gonna make money, right? It's pretty simple math, and there's a reason that these big brokers sell order flow. Now you might be wondering, what is order flow? Order flow is basically all of that information. When you're sending your orders to the market, companies are able to see what you're buying, what you're selling, and getting that information, getting that data. They can end up using that data to trade against you with the idea of basically just trading exact opposite of what you're doing. So right then and there basically proves that the system is built not to reward retail traders. The system was not built to reward retail traders. The system was built to bring the retail in, to buy the highs of the market, to day trade, to put money into the market so the bigger banks, the bigger funds can then take that money from the retail traders and investors. Very simple. There's a reason that E-Trade is what it is. E-Trade was built for retail investors to buy and sell stocks and put their money into the market. And again, there's a reason that Wall Street has this stigma that there's a lot of money to be made, that if you become a trader, you can make tons and tons of money. You can fly around in private jets, you can travel the world, and you can be rich overnight. And that's what happens. There's a reason that the marketing is the way it is. There's a reason that the messages are the way they are. When you watch the ads on YouTube, there's a reason that the first thing they talk about is either being broke or losing money or how to get rich quick, right? Those are the top three. Eat, sleep, trade. Are you tired of losing money? There's always the same tagline. And what are they doing? They're grabbing at your emotions because they're like, this guy who's watching this YouTube video about day trading right now, there's a good chance that this guy could buy my course because he needs to learn about day trading. He wants to learn about day trading. So I'm going to get at his emotions. I'm going to catch him when he's off guard and I'm going to get him, right? There's also a reason that a lot of the big courses, chat rooms, and places out there make money because a lot of people believe that if they just pay money to buy a course, they can get rich overnight. They can just read a book about day trading and then off to the races they go. So the real truth here is that day trading is almost impossible. That the market was not created to create wealth for you. The market was created to take wealth from you and give it to other people who are wealthier than you. And there's also a reason that the whole day trading world, community, or whatever it is, the marketing conglomerate of day trading, there's a reason that they put sports cars. There's a reason that they have mansions. There's a reason they do all these things to attract people who are desperate to either get out of poverty or either spend their last dollar that they saved on some day trading course. They're going after the same people they've been going after for years and years and years. The idea that you can get rich overnight in the market, and that's the way it is. And like I said, losing money in this market, losing money overall in the world, losing money in the market, it's lonesome. Day trading is a lonesome thing. And you have to understand that it's a real battle, a real emotional battle. There's no secret. There's no easy way to it. You have to be consistent. You have to stay alive. You got to be able to live long enough to learn kind of what's going on. And take it from me, I've been behind closed doors with a lot of, I don't want to say important people, but I've been behind closed doors with people and I've heard what's going on at some of the big brokers, what's really going on out there. And it's a game. At the end of the day, it's a chess game. And there's people out there who are moving pawns around on the table. They're letting you think that you're making money. They're letting you think you know what you're doing. And then all of a sudden, checkmate, and you blow up your account. I was going to make this video before I blew up this small account today, but I thought it was perfect timing. Kind of a depressing video, but I think people need to hear the truth and understand kind of all the dangers, all of the things, the gurus and all of the top marketing, day trading people out there. They don't tell you. They don't tell you about those lonesome red days. They don't tell you about what it's like to lose money in the morning and have to spend the rest of the day thinking about all the money you lost in the market. They don't teach you that one, do they? They don't teach you about that in their course. Well, luckily for you, I'll teach you. So there it is. If you guys haven't already, you want to learn more about the truth of day trading and all that fun stuff, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button right down there somewhere. I'll talk to you later.